This episode of the Afterbrews is, of course, brought to you by Trek CBD. My name is Ryan Smeltz.
And I'm Kevin Vincent.
And I am Heather Windle.
I don't want to be just some after dark, late night party thought when the night gets lonely. I don't want to be just an in-between, some old faithful flame when you're all going wrong. I want to be center stage, I want to be in your spotlight, I want to be...
I think Grandma Leona
Okay,
has figured out that
so
we're all
we're
adults.
recording,
All the bad children.
Yeah.
and oh my, there we go. It says we
Hey.
are live. So,
Oh,
ladies
awesome.
and gentlemen,
Hey!
okay, this is a very, very rare case where we had technical difficulties during Business and Brews,
Just a few.
and so this is the Afterbrews. So, ladies and gentlemen, and we have 5 people on camera right now.
Wow.
We
I
have
didn't even
3
know that was
Windles.
possible.
Yes.
So
3
many
Windles.
Windles.
Okay, well, first of all,
We
you can
win.
only talk if you have a microphone in front of you.
Okay.
So is that...
And secondly, somebody explain this.
Oh, okay. So I'm Heather Windle. That is my brother Clayton. And this is his wife, Rosie. My sister from another mister.
You.
Yeah.
And they are our live studio audience and producers tonight.
Slash
Yes.
guest producers. I like it.
Okay, sweet. So, embarrassing childhood story, go.
Crud.
Oh, wow.
Oh, can I go?
Wait, how would you not expect that question?
Yes.
Why did
Embarrassing
she say-
childhood
oh,
story.
crud.
Technical difficulties.
I mean, what? I can't
man.
hear you. I'm cutting out really bad. Embarrassing childhood story. I had a set of grandparents that had a very aggressive German Shepherd, and I knew better than to go out into the backyard. And I decided to go out in the backyard at the tender age of, like, I don't know, 7 or 8, 9, old enough, you know. I had to end up bailing over the fence and peed myself because the dog came after me, and I was scared out of my mind.
I thought the question was about me, but I'm glad you took
He
it
looked
to,
at me.
To
Was
give
it not for me?
I'm
He
glad
looked
that's
at me,
how you
and I
took
said,
it.
"Oh, crud," and he gave me
But-
crap, so I answered. You can, your
Nope,
turn.
Nope.
I guess that's
Yeah.
fair. I guess I wasn't very specific, but
I thought that's the direction you were going.
It's your
yeah,
turn.
I was hoping to hear
Go.
dirt on him.
Oh, you needed the story for him. Oh,
Because I feel
I
like
did-
he's not going to tell us.
yeah. We were kind of grown by the time that I moved in with them, so I don't really have a whole lot of like childhood things for him.
I know one that his
Okay, here we
mom
go.
always tells us. So they were they were boiling deviled eggs. So they were making deviled eggs, right? And so she was teaching him, and she put the egg in the water to boil it, and he was like, wouldn't it just be faster if we cracked the egg and then put it in?
So you want like poached eggs?
I wanted to eliminate a step.
Yeah, that's right. he
Faster.
was trying to solve a problem.
I
That's
also have a grown embarrassing story of him. Is he didn't realize
Yes.
pickles came from cucumbers. We legit had a
Yeah.
argument.
Pickles are fantastic. Cucumbers are the worst thing ever. So how can something that is terrible turn into something so great?
yeah, that's right.
But
Yeah.
there was a pickle tree.
Yeah.
I'm convinced there is still a pickle tree. Everyone's just out to get me.
It has vinegar roots.
You water it with vinegar.
You water it with
it's
vinegar, yeah.
Perfect. Bro, tomatoes are terrible, and all tomato-based products are amazing. Like
Yeah,
I
what
love
is that?
marinara sauce. I hate tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
ketchup, hate tomatoes.
Right?
Now you guys are making me hungry. So,
Yes.
so you said Heather, you have 2 cats and 1 dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so they probably don't cook.
0%.
Do you cook?
0%.
Oh,
Hold
darn.
on. Let me rephrase that.
Where's-
5%. I eat a lot of top ramen.
Okay.
Yeah. Right?
Speaking of,
No, I have. We actually talked about this today. I have a fully stocked kitchen that you could probably come in and cook whatever you want with whatever appliance you want, whatever spice you want, and I don't use a dang bit of it. I don't have the patience for it.
yeah.
I just everything
I'm
gets.
about the same way.
I made bacon this morning and I burnt the crap out of it. Like I had one job.
You had one job.
I messed it up.
We still ate it though.
They did
Yeah.
still eat it. They were very nice.
Crispy bacon's pretty good though.
Oh no, it was charred. It was.
I
black.
like mine
charred.
crispy.
Yeah,
It was
see?
charred.
pretty
It was
good.
terrible. Yeah, I messed up the bacon. Like,
Are we allowed to ask you an embarrassing story?
Sure.
Like, we spilled our guts.
Yeah.
Tell us something.
When I was 3, I went up to the gas heater and I put my hand on it and I burned it, like 3rd-degree burns, or pretty bad, I guess. Mom took me to the hospital and spanked me, not necessarily in that order. And then
Mom spanked me on the way to the hospital.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
Much worse.
Then we got home, and then I did it again.
Bro.
Wow.
Back to the hospital?
And that sets the premise for my entire life.
Fair enough. Sometimes you
I'm
got to
going to
get
do what I want. You shut your mouth.
bro. Sometimes you got to get burned twice before you learn the lesson.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Pretty
I
good.
said to that
Let's hear it, Gavin.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, ouch.
Ouch.
I did that.
Hurt the second time, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one definitely takes the cake.
Hey, Mom, it's still hot.
It's still hot.
We paid the bill.
We paid the bill. I like it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm trying to think of an embarrassing story of myself. Oh, I know. I think when I was like 9 or 10 years old, I don't know what it is about kids and matches, but I had this.
It's fire.
That's guys and
Yeah, that's just
fire.
guys in
That's-
general,
that's
right?
not- that's
so
not
I
a
had the
guy
bright
thing,
idea.
just so we're aware.
Yeah. So somehow or another, I had the bright idea. Oh, look at these matches. So I grabbed my younger brothers, like, let's go outside and play with these matches. So of course, us being dumb, we lit half the backyard on fire, and
Okay.
I cried like a little baby, and she spanked my brother. So that was awesome. Mom spanked my
Just-
brother, and
Wow.
Perfect.
Oh, my goodness. Embarrassing stories.
yep.
So when we had Clayton on, one of my primary concerns was talking about people, because I told him, like, I talked to so many business owners, and they just, this one guy, he had a staff, and I go in there and things are crazy. Or no, I'm sorry, I showed up, he had nobody, and he was like, I'm literally only here right now because that person's out. That person got fired, that person quit, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, no big deal, like, things happen. Then I checked back, and he had, like, a whole new staff. This lady was back, that lady's getting trained, whatever, all these people, And then I go back, like, a month later, and nobody again. And he was like, yeah, this person quit, that person got fired. So I'm like, well, at the end of the day, I feel like you got to ask yourself a very important question.
You should take
Why
a
are
hard
they
look in the
leaving me?
mirror, I would think.
But I mean, culture is super important, and very few people know how to build it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's something we talked about a lot in the Army.
Yeah.
Because you have those toxic leaders, people who want to scream and yell at you and make you do whatever you're supposed to because they can, and it works because you signed a contract.
Yeah.
But it makes it a very difficult place to work and difficult to be around those people. So, I mean, like, what about you and what you do and the people you're around? How do you cultivate that culture?
You really have to put into it what you want. So, like, if you want positivity, you have to put in the positivity. You have to be the one that people follow. So whatever kind of culture you want, you have to present that yourself. And if you're not believing in the culture that you're building, and if you're not presenting the way that you want other people to present with you, then you're kind of messed up right there. We don't do drama in my team at all. It's very positive. We're always encouraging each other and shouting each other out and making sure that everybody knows that, they've got a place in the family, and we are a family. That's how we, we're all aunts and aunts and uncles and sisters and brothers over there. So that's kind of the culture that we created, and we really do immediately nip drama and negativity in the bud. Like, we just do not allow it, period. You can't have it even have a foothold, otherwise it's going to take off, and that's all you're going to have. Like, you have to be cognizant of what you're putting in and what you're bringing in. So for us, it's really, and I say us because we are a team, we are a family. So for us, it's really like, we reward the behaviors that we want. So if you're being positive and awesome, we're going to reward that and keep, hey, you're doing a great job, you're leading your team very well, that kind of thing. But if you're coming at me negative and crazy, I'm going to be like, you got to stop that.
Yeah.
like immediately. You can't have that here. You're gonna have to flip that script in your head, or you're gonna have to get yourself in that right mind frame before we can move on to the next step. And we really try to create that positive culture, because it is a culture. We are a family. We're around each other all the time. Like, if you're not happy with the people that you're around, you're really setting yourself up to fail. And if you're not in business, if you're not around people that help you promote as well, like build you up, then you're not going to go anywhere. You have to have that culture. You have to have people to look forward to, and then you have to have people that you're helping up. So I don't know. You just got to have that. You got to present it and bring it to the table, and expect that of the people that are at your table. And if they're not performing, then you let them know, and nicely.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like so much of being successful, especially when it comes to being a business owner, is related to the people that you surround yourself with and the team that you build. Because, I mean, you can't be everywhere at one time. So, I mean, you can't be everywhere every time. So much of that, like so much of your team is a reflection on you and the company. So, yeah, that's a very good point. One thing I am curious about, because, in order to get to the level of success where you're at now, you had to really establish yourself and build yourself as a personal brand. How did you brand yourself personally to be that go-to person and to get to a point where you actually are leading a team and actually have people working under you?
Sure. I really made myself accessible. Like, anytime anybody has a question, come to me. If I can answer right there, I will. If not, I'll get right back to you. Yeah. Like, and I really had to make sure that my customers knew that they were important to me. So I had to really build that base with my customers of the relationship and the clientele and that personal friendship. So I'm not personal friends with every single one of my customers, but they know who I am. And then that is word of mouth. So you start off with like a small circle, and then you build that culture with that small circle, and then all of a sudden word of mouth, hey, Heather's really awesome at getting me this. This is something that she adds value to in my life. I think you're going to like her. And then all of a sudden now you've like grown. So you start off with your circle, and then you kind of just let it go out from there.
That's awesome. All right, what platforms are you using primarily, like as far as social media? I know we kind of talked about that, touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But what are some of your most successful platforms?
Right now it's all Facebook. I'm getting into Instagram. I'm old, and I'm like, again, with social media. So
I think we're all about the same age.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm just now getting Instagram, so I'm kind of figuring that out. But Facebook is where I am. Yeah. Like, I have my personal page, and then I have a business page. So there's two different platforms, and like, I don't know. You have to find that balance between both of them. Yep. But Facebook is where you can find me. 90% of my day is on Facebook.
Yeah, and it's funny. I think that depending on who your ideal client is, really dictates the actual platform that you should be focused on. Because I think we kind of get lost in the, hey, I need to be everywhere and not do anything effective.
I think your target audience needs to be taken into effect too, because different demographics are using different social medias. Exactly. So like, people my age and older, I'm definitely gonna be on Facebook. If I want them younger, I'm gonna go Instagram. And if I want like the tween crowd, or not tweens, I'm sorry. That's if I want the teen crowd, like 19, 20, like that young group, I'm gonna probably be Snapchat. Yeah.
Or TikTok.
Yeah, but then I got to learn how to dance, I heard. So I'm not about that life. Like,
Ryan's working on it. So
Ryan's working on it?
I mean, I'm sorry. Heather, do you think Ryan's working on it?
I feel like Ryan might be working on it.
You want to show us what you've been working on?
You can't just because there's a microphone in front of you. You can't just make stuff up.
I feel
He's like, who gave you this platform and this microphone to tell me?
The truest thing I can tell you about me and dancing is that before, and thanks to you guys now, we pushed the couch all the way back against the wall, and you saw the 50-inch we have in our living room. We bring up YouTube, and we were learning the bachata, and I can't remember the other one. I think the tango or something like that. But a couple years ago for Toya's birthday, I had gotten her a dance lesson. Yeah. And it was like, $50, $100 or something like that, dance lesson. The girl's name was Jill, and it was at Arthur Murray Dance Studio in Durham.
Well, hey.
And the reason I'm name dropping is because Jill was fantastic, and Arthur Murray is phenomenal, and it was fun. It just came to a point where, number one, our goal is to move to Texas, and number two, we want to buy a house. What's that?
On purpose?
Have you ever been to Texas?
Several times.
Okay.
I'm an Okie.
Okay, so that's a different conversation. We got to come back to that.
We'll circle back to that one.
But we had a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
learned a lot, and it was fantastic, and we really enjoyed it. But we were like, having to sink that money into a house, we still want to be able to dance.
Yeah.
And so we were practicing in the living room, and that's as far as it got. And that was before TikTok was a thing. And it will not go on TikTok.
Yeah.
Darn.
Can we
tried.
expect it on YouTube sometime soon? Are we sharing to that social? No.
The
Okay.
only YouTube I have and pay any attention to or manage
Yeah.
is this one, and that doesn't necessarily correlate with the overall mission.
We can make that
of-
work.
Yes, we can. I feel like somewhere there's like a video of you dancing on MySpace.
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 You
Yeah.
pulled
No,
that
but
out.
Yeah.
there is a recording because me and my buddy, when I got to Fort Polk, recorded a song.
Uh-huh.
And it was funny because the producer put like this snare drum in the background to keep time. And then he was like, "Yeah, after we're done, like I'll just take that out." We were like, "Cool." And then he never took it out. It's on there somewhere. I don't know where it is. But yeah,
We're gonna find
you
that.
guys got it. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Good luck.
I don't think we're
Yeah,
recording
it's
anymore.
all right.
Oh, we are recording.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
something's on the screen. Yeah. What does that mean, Ryan?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Whatever it says, I can't read it from here. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
But
okay, well,
Cool.
good.
any
We're all like, the world's ending.
The world's
Ryan,
ending,
what
yeah.
is this?
okay,
Don't
so
worry about it.
have you guys been to Texas?
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
both from Oklahoma.
Like, Dallas is only 3 hours.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah, it's easy.
I think everything is like 3 hours from Oklahoma though.
Yeah.
Except y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all are a bit away.
Yeah, it's a little
Okay,
bit.
well that's your fault because you could have taken an airplane.
I could have. Yeah.
But apparently,
Well, I mean, I'm on this new diet and exercise program, so I thought instead of
fly.
like hitting the gym for arm day, I would
Yeah,
just
just
fly.
fly, yeah.
So I
Kill
got
two
arm
birds,
and
one
back
stone,
and
right?
neck
Yeah.
and like shoulder all
Yep.
in one.
Should
Yeah.
have brought you out a day
Abs.
early, or it was the same day, but earlier, so you could help with books too.
Oh,
That
see,
was a
I'm so
workout.
sad
Well,
that
that's
I
why
missed
you got the
that.
haircut. You want to be more aerodynamic.
That was a
Yes.
workout.
Speaking of haircut, this is the first time that my people have seen my head. So
What, did you have longer hair before? or did you-
yeah, it went down to my butt, and then about 3-4 months ago, I cut it to my shoulders, and about 3 days ago, I shaved. Like I didn't shave. Like this is what you see. So like my phone right now is blown up with, "Oh my God,
What
your hair."
happened?
Yeah, and
So what? So was it just like a, you know what? Screw that. Or was it like something that was like, you know what? I'm
yeah.
gonna.
No, so I don't make rash decisions. I am very calculated with the decisions that I do make, and for about a month and a half now, I have hated my hair, and I've been hating it for a long time because it went from my butt to my shoulders, and I was okay with that, right? And then it was like it's just too long, it's too much, it's too hot, it's too heavy. I get headaches all the time. I got tired of it. I didn't want to mess with it anymore. I'm also not very girly, so it was always just piled up on top of my head. And I was like, I'm cutting it off. So I had a meltdown moment, and I called my friend, and I said, "You want to help me clean it up?" And he's like, "Yep." So
Yup.
yeah, so he came over and shaved my head. Yeah, so this is like
awesome.
3 days. Thursday, I think, is when I did it. Yeah, yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So everybody is like, what is going
this
on?
Yeah, this is so not my style either. Like you can ask them. This is way outside my comfort zone. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, it looks good though.
you
Thank you.
It looks
show,
very good.
show up at the airport and they're trying to pick you up.
Oh, I know.
I told I told my sister I was like,
Heather.
I'm gonna go stand next to him and be like, who y'all looking for? 'Cause
It's me.
That'd have been pretty
Are
good.
you guys waiting for Heather too?
I heard she was on the flight that just landed. I don't know. Yeah, so this
I'll
is the
go
first
check.
time that my people are seeing my head. So this is fun.
Have a lot of conversations.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yes.
That's okay though.
Well, I mean, if they're watching,
Yeah.
they just heard it.
Just heard it.
Right?
Just
That's
heard it
the
right
combo.
there.
There you
That's
go.
yeah. I'll tell it all day long. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know because I tried to find it and I don't know.
What?
I don't because he said he pushed out the same link. I went to the YouTube channel and I'm not seeing it. I could be wrong, but
Like this is currently not on YouTube.
yeah, it's supposed to be. But
I went
Anyways.
to the Facebook page and then found it.
oh, it's on there now.
Are we on Facebook?
Oh, I don't know. It is. That was earlier. Sorry.
Yeah, so I could be lying. I don't know what's going on.
Well, whatever it is, we're having a good time doing it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
still
right.
recording, so that's.
That's a,
Wherever
there's
you're
that.
watching from, hello and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
you know what? At the end of the day, if it's not live at all,
We can always put it up.
We
Yeah.
put out the Business and Brews and the Afterbrews this week. That'll be
Is it
at
not up?
least-
Oh, where are we live then?
The
That's
link
interesting.
that I resent everyone. That was the old thing.
Perfect.
I have no idea. It's green. We're
Yeah.
live.
I'm just
Somewhere.
here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
Did he copyright that? Because he should have.
If he did, then
At
I
this
might be in
point-
trouble.
He'll be all right.
Well, they haven't sent anything back, so I imagine
Yeah.
that they're
Well-
able to watch it.
We'll blur your face.
Does that like protect me from that?
I
You
think
gotta
so.
change your voice though too. Just,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we would receive the lawsuit.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
He ain't sorry. He said, "Watch this."
Can't get blood from a turnip.
You can squeeze that all you want, bro. It ain't coming. Nope.
Come out of there.
Okay, so we talked about you, Heather, growing your team,
Mhm.
getting people on it. You talked a lot about culture and how you're in sales and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But what did you do before this,
Yeah.
and what was that transition like?
Sure. I was a receptionist at a very busy vet hospital, like veterinarian. So the transition was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. I do very well with structure, and to have to like I said earlier,
Build
be
it.
disciplined and make my own structure was a little like I had to wrap my mind around that a little bit. And then the fact that I'm now solely responsible for all of my things, it took a minute to like kind of get into that mindset. But the excitement and the opportunity that I have before me far outweighed the scary part. So
Yeah.
I stepped outside my comfort zone, and I gave myself a 6-month plan, and I made it, and I have another 6-month plan, and that's kind of how I live my life, like 6 months at a time. So if I don't make it work in 6 months, I'm not going to make it work. That's how I function. I think you guys had mentioned a year. I think you said to give it a full year before you make any decisions. For me, because my attention span doesn't last that long, a year's a long time. So I give myself 6 months, and if it works in the 6 months, it's meant to be, and if it doesn't, then I
Yeah.
move on and find something different. Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it. I mean, especially with having to change everything. I'm sure because you work.
Everything.
I would imagine you work in a normal 9 to 5 for quite a few years
Yeah.
before you stepped out. And
Yeah, I was at the last job that I left. I was there for 5 years, and we worked 12 to 13-hour shifts during the week. So, yeah.
That's a big difference.
Huge difference. Like I said, I'm now finding out who I am and what I like, and hobbies and things like that. So I kind of it's kind of like a whole refine yourself kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's an exciting time to be Heather Windle. I'm just saying.
So what's there? And I'm curious. I've never been to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What is there fun to do in Oklahoma? Just
Yeah.
out of curiosity.
You ever heard of cow tipping?
The only reason I know of cow tipping is because of the movie Cars.
Oh, I love cars.
What about the movie? With
Barnyard.
No, Tommy Boy. Doesn't
Oh,
he have
yeah.
a scene about cow
I
tipping?
think he does. It's been a while since I've seen that one.
So we're very spread out. Everything's pretty much 30, 45 minutes from anywhere. Our big major hubs, I'm assuming everybody goes out and does the club scene, and that was never me. I don't know. I live in a college town, so bars are a big thing where I am. Movies and theater and art and museums and
That's good.
kind of everything else that you guys do in the rest of the country is just spread out more.
Yeah.
You have to come up with a lot of your own fun.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah.
A lot of our towns are super small, nothing in it.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of figure out your own things to do. A lot of times it's very much frowned upon.
Yeah, again, if you
We
can't laugh
chase
at yourself.
tornadoes.
Yeah, chase tornadoes.
Chase tornadoes. Yeah,
We're
that's pretty
all
good.
storm
Yeah, that's
chasers
pretty
in
good.
Pretty much,
Oklahoma.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or watch
That's
them.
big.
Yeah.
A lot of us will just step out on the front porch and kind of watch it come
The
at
sirens
us.
are going off. Let's go see what's happening.
Yeah. It's nothing to get a
I
tornado
didn't know
warning and
that
everybody's
was-
like, hey,
Oh, it's only
we're
a mile
good.
away. We're good.
Yeah. And then like Western Oklahoma, you can actually see 4 miles. So you
Yeah.
can see a storm coming from like 20, 30 miles off.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's so flat.
It's
you
so
see
flat, yeah.
What are they saying right now?
Am I talking too fast again? Nobody's telling me to slow down.
What do you mean? What are they saying? They're talking
Texas.
Well, I
about
mean, here we
tornadoes.
have hurricanes, so I mean,
Yeah, that's
it,
true, yeah.
It can get, pretty intense
Is it
here.
the tornado
Yes,
part
we,
that
we
was,
are
like,
passionate
going
about
on?
our. We're passionate about our hockey.
No, all of
Yeah.
it.
All of it?
Like it's all
Hurricanes,
spread out.
double
You have to
meaning.
make
Yeah.
up your own fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just like
There is-
isolation.
No, there is nothing more ingenious
to
than hanging
do.
out with like a redneck country kid.
Yeah, like we used to
yeah.
like go into the hayfield with all of our ATVs and play hide and seek, and like there wasn't a time where one of them didn't tip and we almost killed someone. So like that's like what I mean about like on your own fun. Like you're in the middle of nowhere. There's no Walmart, McDonald's,
No,
nothing
no theaters.
within 45
like,
minutes or an
yeah.
hour. So you just go to a friend's land that has a whole bunch of hay bales, and you play hide and go seek at night or whatever.
Snipe
maybe, or
hunting,
you go,
bonfires.
Like, yeah,
you know.
you go hog hunting
Yeah.
or catch coyotes that are getting your deer, or like whatever.
Hunting is really big where we are.
Was that
I've
not your
no,
experience,
I've never
Clayton?
done that one.
He's not country though.
He's not.
He's not.
No, he thinks he's from a small town, but he's not.
Yeah. He's not country.
No, he's definitely a city boy.
Yeah.
I don't know about city. I'm a town boy.
Your town. I would say town. Yeah.
I did all of that stuff growing up.
We just still do that now. As
We
adults.
did it in
Yeah.
Texas when I was. We did it in Texas when I was in the Army.
Yeah.
But we also have Whataburger and
Mhm.
Walmart
Well, I mean,
and
if you want to go
H-E-B.
town, them their big cities done got them Whataburgers and things. But out in the country, you got to make your own fun, man.
I know. They talk about like Walmart, like that was a fun thing to do.
That
but,
was
like,
a fun thing to do.
You would drive to Walmart and
Yeah.
just hang out in the parking lot. Like
Yeah.
that was like a parking lot hangout time.
Yeah. So we're from Miami, which is like very northeast corner. And when I was
Of
in high
Florida?
school, Oklahoma. So that's yeah. So the big thing to do when I was in high school is we would all, and I don't know if they still do it or not, but we would all like everybody's pickups. We'd do a big circle with the tailgates down, and we'd all be sitting, doing things we weren't supposed to be doing, and eating the ice cream and just hanging out in the parking lots,
Yeah.
talking for hours about dumb crap. Or back in the day, they used to cruise Main Street. Like
Yeah, I
that was a
gonna say
really big
drag
thing.
Maine.
Yeah. Like you just kind of create
It's
your own
pretty-
fun.
It's pretty similar. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty similar. I mean,
Like,
because
before
I'm
cell
from here.
phones.
Yeah, I'm from
CDs
here. So
out
like,
out.
Capitol Boulevard, we used to that used to be our little
Your
strip.
drag spot.
Yeah,
So he
and
was
then,
able to get out of their house and then be like,
yeah.
oh, hey, and
Yeah.
you meet up in the parking lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Hook
That's,
and see what's going on.
They actually brought back Dragging Maine to Miami.
Yeah,
So they
during,
yeah.
during quarantine.
They brought back
They
Dragon
did.
Maine so that people could get out of their houses in their own cars, still stay isolated, and still see everybody.
did you guys have drive-in movie theaters there?
No.
Not in Miami, but in surrounding cities.
Yeah, I think
there were.
Tulsa was the closest one.
Was it?
Web City, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 30, 45 minutes away.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
was so spread out.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah, they did a dragging Maine during quarantine again, and it had a really big turnout.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Sure.
big turnout.
Yeah. There's
So
a lot
you-
There's a lot more community involvement as well, like sidewalk sales and art thing. Like in Miami, they actually had like a whole art festival day, and there's a whole bunch of murals all over all the buildings in Miami where local artists came out and like did their thing. Yeah. So it's a lot more community involvement than you get with like the bigger cities, but we're very country.
Yeah, I mean, it's like everyone walking down the street. Like you don't want to go to Walmart with their mom.
Mm-mm.
You go in there for 5 minutes and you come out 2 hours later because everyone knows her.
Everybody.
It's like conversation after conversation. That's how small it is.
Yeah. Everybody knows everybody's business. Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Sounds like me growing up, but
It's stuck. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I went to.
I don't know. I guess just the exposure to other places. I mean, Texas is awesome.
I have not been to Texas. I put that on the list. I've had
You can
couple
you can
friends.
grill out in Texas 11 and a half months out of the year. It
All year
snows every 5 years.
Mhm.
There's Jacob's Well. There's Hamilton Pool. There's Conroe. There's Lake Conroe. There's Temple, Texas. There's Dead Fish Grill. That's right in Belton. Like
I
it's just
secretly want to move to Texas.
okay.
Dun,
Well,
dun, dun, dun.
don't
That's
tell
when the show
anyone.
took a turn.
Well, now it's not a secret.
Like the things that you're naming is like I love it because like I went to New Braunfels.
Yeah.
Beautiful town. Beautiful.
Oh,
I
and
mean, I would
Dallas,
move
like
there.
I have a paper from Dallas, Kennedy slain on Dallas streets. From being on the grassy knoll. We found the second shooter, so you don't have to worry.
I've
Me
been
and my
worried
buddy
about that
Matt.
actually.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for finding him for us.
Keeps you
Yeah,
up at night.
I'm
Yeah.
here for you.
I appreciate you.
But toward Dallas, we went to the aquarium. There's a place right by the Cowboys Stadium that's called Babe's Chicken, and it's family style. And you pick your meat, and then it comes with unlimited sides: green beans, corn, mashed potatoes, and it's BYOB.
We
So
call
you go
that
to the
Sunday night
store.
dinner.
You go to the store, you get a 6-pack, you go there to eat,
Yeah.
and it just keeps coming. And it's great. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that's just one. And Texas is so big. It's like,
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. Like, I actually have a friend that's down in he's military, so he's in Fort Hood. he actually retired or whatever. But yeah, so he's been like, he was
Yeah.
like, you don't realize like how large the state is. Like,
Texas is
takes forever
massive.
to drive
It's
through.
Yeah.
like in Oklahoma, you can drive 3 hours south, 3 hour north,
Mhm.
east, west, and you're out of the state. Texas, you drive 3 hours,
You're still in the
8
same
hours,
spot.
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah.
And we're like, where are we at? We're Texas.
We're in
17 hours
Texas.
later, still
Still
in
in Texas.
Texas.
There's a reason George Strait did very well with Amarillo by morning, because he started off like 20 minutes away from Amarillo and was still driving to get to Amarillo. Like everything is so spread out. Like Texas is just massive. Yeah. And I was kidding earlier when I dug it, like when I made the dig on it. Texas is bad. It's just, I'm Noki. Yeah.
It's not
See-
bad. It's just not Oklahoma.
Yeah.
City.
It's just
So it-
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
Toya wants to get a place in Plano. I don't really care as long as it's central.
Yeah.
Because as you get closer to like Fort Bliss, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it's like 5 hours to the nearest
Anywhere.
yeah.
city.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
Where are the dry counties
Yeah.
in Texas? Because they still have a couple of dry counties, don't they?
Wow.
you mean like no alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So how are
He
we gonna
doesn't
do
hang
the
out
show
there.
once you move to Texas and then you're in a dry county?
Yeah.
Can we just
Might check that
cross
out.
that bridge when we come to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the I'm
Dry
sorry.
county. We're not going to be in a dry county.
You don't know
They're not
that.
all dry.
I do know that.
You don't know that.
I feel like he's
You can
purposely
just-
going to be like, no, bro, it's dry. I'm not going there. You can't make me.
When you're house
Yeah.
when you're house hunting, just ask the realtor, "Where's the closest liquor store?"
Yeah.
Oh, this is a dry county, so you. Oh, okay, no,
Oh,
we
okay,
can't.
no.
do
I
this.
gotta
can't
go.
live
I
here,
can't
no.
do this. Yeah.
Look at the time.
Oh, this is a dry county. That sounds. I was in Louisiana for 5 years. That sounds more like Louisiana because they had some weird rules.
Yeah.
You can't drink on Thursday nights if the sun is setting. And the what? Like seriously,
dancing.
it was a little different.
Yeah.
But Texas, they don't have ABC stores in Texas.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving out here was weird for us. So like, I mean, being in Oklahoma, they're very strict about things. They've opened up like now you can get wine in Walmarts in Oklahoma now.
Oh,
Within
you can't get beer and
Before-
wine in Walmart.
You
Before you
couldn't.
couldn't.
That's within like
And
the
they
last
would-
couple years.
Yeah, and they can only
Yeah.
sell 3% cold. So you had to go to your liquor store to get anything above 3%. It was hot.
Is the state does the state own the liquor store?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
we're
It's
just
It was
per
privately owned?
person
Okay.
or
We're just
Private.
backwards.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just weird. So
Yeah.
like
No, I mean,
everything
most
was
states are that
closed
way.
at like
They-
9
private,
p.m., not open on Sundays. So when we moved to Atlanta, it was like, you know, we would like tell our friends like, yeah, we'll go to the liquor store before 9 or whatever and pick up. They're like, what? Does it close? And yeah, like why? And so moving here, it kind of was the same thing.
Yeah, going
but
backwards.
you can't buy any beer in your liquor stores.
No, you
It's
What?
just
No.
liquor. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
buy
y'all don't
beer
have-
everywhere else.
What?
Beer everywhere
Yeah.
else except in your liquor store. So
Yeah.
like we've
Convenience
always
store,
been like every
Walmart,
place we've lived
wherever.
except here.
except the liquor store.
Except the
Yeah.
liquor store. Liquor store only
Alright.
has liquor.
Because like we were going to a friend's place when we first moved up here, and I was like, oh, we'll just get the beer at the liquor store. Like I don't want to make several stops, and so we just stopped right next to their house. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not drinking anything because I'm not going to do liquor. And yeah, that's when we found out. It was just
That's crazy.
so it was weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not a liquor store here.
Yeah.
It's an
It's an
ABC store.
An ABC store.
It's
Yeah.
by the state, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, like your state owns your.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
privately
that's
owned.
It's
yeah.
different.
Right here.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
different here.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
like that's the name of the
You
store.
can't
I'm
get-
sitting over here. I was
ABC
very
store.
lost. I was like,
no,
oh, wait
you
a minute.
can't. Yeah, you can't
It's like, what
get
kind of
liquor
alphabets are
from a
these?
store that's not an
Yeah.
ABC store.
Yeah.
It's probably what is it? Alcohol beverage corporation company. I'm making stuff
Oh, what
up.
the ABC stands
I mean,
for?
I almost
Yeah.
secretly should move to Missouri because you can just go to Walmart. It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got liquor, your beer, your wine, everything's in there, and it's like $20 for a handle of Jack.
Yep.
Like, pretty legit stuff in Missouri.
Sorry.
And if you're in the passenger seat, it's legal for you to drink.
I feel like at Twin Liquors and the other ones in Texas, you could pretty much get whatever you wanted. Because that's where I used to get the craft beer too when something new came out and me and my buddy wanted to like try a new beer. But you could get wine, cheese, beer, cigars, liquor, everything. Twin Liquors.
Our liquor stores, you can get liquor and beer, but you can't buy anything else. They can't sell Coke or like the things that you mix the
none of our
things with.
These
Stores
were
are
like
Coke.
No,
grocery stores.
Coca-Cola. I was like, wait, oh shit. But like you can't buy anything that's not alcoholic
Yeah.
from a liquor store. They're not allowed to sell it. So like we have a lot of like the liquor stores on this side and the convenience stores on this side. So you can go over here and get your liquor and then walk over here and get or go through a door, and hit up get your mixology stuff.
In Texas, it's basically like a grocery store, but there's so much liquor that it's like, most of it's liquor, and then in the middle they would have like the cigar humidor.
Yeah.
They would have stuff like bottle openers. They would have, kitchen knives, and then in the back they would have the cheese. These were like, I keep saying Twin Liquors. That's one of the two big ones. I can't remember what the other one was called. I'm sure they had tiny little ones throughout, but those were the two major ones by where I lived. And it's like, oh, I'm going there, Drop in, pick it up, one-stop shop, soda and everything.
I dig it.
I dig it.
He hasn't said it.
I haven't heard him say it
know.
once.
Yeah.
He stopped saying
He's
it.
aware of it now.
Yeah.
He's making stuff up.
Yeah.
I have friends that do that too. It's all good.